Peace and prosperity be unto all who's listening and watching. It's your girl, Shaeranea, right? And I'm back with another video. Today, we're going to talk about sometimes it's some things that happens in your life, right? Some things that you never necessarily had to come to face to them until you met somebody you had to grow with. Let me tell you that again. Some things in your life that you once experienced, a hardship, a trial, anything that you may not feel comfortable discussing, or something that you will sweep under the rug with other people, or something that just is not an outside topic, right? Something that you would never discuss with anybody unless you just really love that person, right? Unless you just really trust that person. Some stuff does not come up until somebody appears in your life where God intends you to grow with. You know what I'm saying? Because, all those other people, God didn't intend that you grow with them. Yeah, He had attention for them, those other people that came in your life, but those intentions were not the long run. But when it comes to somebody that you are to grow with, that you are to expand in aspects of your life that you wouldn't usually expand or deal with or talk about or experience, you're gonna have to overcome and face some things that you may have been sweeping under the rug, and it can be quite difficult because the biggest thing about it is that you don't come to the acknowledgement of it until after something has occurred, and you're curious about why things went the way it did, but it has a lot to do with you, and it has a lot to do with something that you've never overcome, or something that you've yet learned to face, or something that you've yet healed from. And then most of it comes from our childhood and some things that we as young adults and human beings never figured to ever cope with. That's on coping mechanisms. We're so used in the society laughing things off or never dealing with them, or because we don't understand them, we don't fully take time to get understanding about them, or because we don't know how we feel about them, we just don't go into it. And it gets to a point where we get a certain age, and sometimes a certain age is reaching adulthood, and you can overcome some of your past things, but it's some things in your childhood that you just never came to face with. And ultimately, those things that are rooting in you, those things that are affecting you, right, are affecting your abilities to communicate, your abilities to have relationships, your abilities to talk to people. And because based on how your environment was, is an indication of how you may spaz on somebody you are truly supposed to love, right? Because the person that comes in your life that pushes you to grow, or the person that comes in your life that has this ability to bring forth acknowledgement in certain aspects in which you probably never took the time to focus on, it's pressure. It's like crushing grapes. It's like crushing diamonds. It's like it requires you to grow, and your ability to grow with that person is your ability to have understanding. Because, like I say, God doesn't work in the most best times in life. He works in the lowest times of life, the valley moments, the forest moments, the wilderness moments. We can be at the high of the mountains, but we won't learn many lessons. But when we come down here and really get ourselves dirty, really get ourselves in experience, we expand, we grow, we evolve, we heal, we become more than we are, and ultimately we become greater within ourselves. And I think it's a beautiful thing, but it's a long process, and it's really hard. And I won't lie, it's a hard thing, you know, because it puts you in a place of you having to understand what your inner child was going through. And because we all still have an inner child, whether people realize it, we're still children that grew up into adults, and we still have that inner child. And our inner child do become hurt over the years, and we have to learn to work on our inner child and fix the things that are need to be mended and healed, and grow in the aspects that need to be grown in. But, you know, actually talk to somebody that we can really consider worthy of talking to, because there's a lot of things that we as people done swept under the rug and then don't realize how it's affected our abilities to have relationships and companionships and, you know, things like that. And it's really affecting us all. And I want to encourage somebody to, if you meet somebody who is worthy or genuine, and they not perfect, like just like you not perfect, but they're willing to work with you, open up, because it sucks. It sucks when you have to talk about it. But if that person's supportive enough, it'll be all right. You know, that vulnerability, that coming to being naked with somebody and just having a discussion, not feeling judged or not feeling that the person didn't care or doesn't care about what you're speaking about, it plays a total big part in things sometimes. And it's a struggle as young people, or just people in general. Like, honestly, growing up, I could really say that we never all had like a real good example. Now, I'm not gonna say, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm gonna speak for like a large percentage of the population. A lot of people don't have a good example in a lot of aspects of their lives, and it's hard. Okay, we're trying to break generational curses. We're trying to be greater than what's happened, and it's hard because it requires a lot of things from oneself. And then it requires a lot of things that, you know, most people aren't willing to go through. And you got to know you're making some self-sacrifices in order to make way for that to happen. And it's a struggle. And it's difficult. It's not easy to go through that self-process of growth. So I want you guys to know that I love you. And I hope you have a most amazing day. And if you guys need any information about me, it'll be in the description box below. Comment, like, subscribe, share this video, engage in the comments below, because I would love to get your feedback, and that's important to me as a person who loves to help people. Honestly, you're gonna make a lot of mistakes in life, and you're gonna say a lot of things that you shouldn't really say, but you don't really mean. It's just like working on you. And, you know, hope to God that the person you love forgives you enough to work through those things with you, because it's hard. It's hard finding somebody that you can just open up with. Like, open up with you. It's, you know, you be in relationships and things like that, and, or like friendships, anything. You be in things for a long time and never truly share yourself with them. You could be with them, but it's all surface. It's all what you want them to see, what you want them to know, but it's never who you really are. And it's never the real truth about you. And that's the thing. Like, if people go through a lot of things without really knowing who they are yet. And then some people never fully share themselves. And then some people don't know themselves well enough to share themselves. So it's kind of, we live in a world where it's all we need to get together. And not in perfection, but in acknowledging that one needs to improve and having the actions to do so. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal day. I love you all, and keep watching all my videos. I post every day.